Okay, I just read The Three-Body Problem by Lucigen, and I just wanted to go over the science of it because I thought it was interesting. So with a single body in space, right, we know that an object won't move unless acted upon. And then with two bodies, we can describe that interaction with F equals ma, or with the universal gravitational constant and the masses of the object. This is how they'll interact with gravity. A special situation of this is where instead of attracting inwards, the gravitational force is used to create an orbit. And I've written those equations here, where we have a periodic, P for periodic, orbit around the Earth or Sun, depending on what's going on. And so we have this angular momentum due to this centrifugal acceleration. Now, the three-body problem takes this one step farther, and I actually have a better way of showing. So if you look here, look at this random orbit that's going on. This is a two-dimensional version of a three-dimensional issue, right? And so this is not a perfect explanation, but what's going on is we have nearly random orbit, which is really hard to describe mathematically, right? Not differential equations and not classical mechanics can describe this. What we use is we use a mathematical description, and it's not perfect. Now, this is what the book hits on, right? It goes and it says, hey, there's this three-body problem, and the rest of this is going to be spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, I think you can go away. But what pretty much is said is, hey, this problem is unsolvable. We couldn't solve it. An alien society couldn't solve it. We couldn't use a mathematical description, where we use a computation or just computers to solve it. We couldn't create a mathematical model, to solve it. Now, I've heard of this similar thing before where, somebody with PhD might say something like, oh, Isaac Newton, Einstein, all these people knew about the three-body problem and they created, this and that math. And so if they didn't solve it, no one can. I think that's pretty abysmal, I think math is discovered, it's not invented. And so since we can't describe it now, that doesn't mean we won't be able to describe it in the future. I think it's a really interesting thing that we can keep working on. So without going into my review of the book, that's part of the science. So I thought that was interesting.